back to the SaltyYShow, and welcome back to our Palmyra campaign on Total War Rome to Empire Divided, episode 18. Hope you guys are doing well today, and if you are, like and subscribe as always. Without further ado, we're going to jump into the action immediately. And I do want to apologize for not releasing this on Monday. My schedule is kind of all over the place as I'm still swinging into things, and I do actually have a vacation coming up in the beginning of February. So I'm kind of in a weird lull, and I'm still really getting into the swing of things. One thing I do look forward to, as with YouTube at least for now, is still this campaign though, as it's been such a blast to play, and I don't know why, but I just cannot get enough of Rome 2 sometimes, especially this one, because we're going for so many challenging achievements. Speaking of achievements, we are in a bit of a lull, a bit of a predicament here, as our Eastern Front is getting spread drastically thin, and we are dealing with a giant agent issue. Now, I have finally remembered, and I've looked on the Steam workshop to limit agents. I can still recruit them. However, I have definitely limited the AIs. None in-game. It's save-game compatible. These AI have to die. With how veteran they are, fingers crossed, that's soon. But they should not be able to recruit as often with the new mod I have. Fingers crossed it will work. Because right now, the only thing stopping us from making decent headway are the agents. And while I don't like taking away features from the AI, the agent spam in Rome 2 is pretty severe. And we also, of course, have this massive AI push on our new eastern flank here that we are trying to prepare for. Thankfully, the Lightbringers have pulled back, and that's going to allow the Legion of Balshaman here to reinforce these regions, particularly Phrasius there. We're going to give them the pikemen, and I do think they can recruit Vigiles. You still have a sizable army. See, there's 4 horse archers, a lot of skirmishers. It's gonna be kind of risky. We could get some archers or some Armenian or Persian light infantry. With that said, let's go ahead and give the rest of our forces that we can. And Chloe here is going to pull back. Can they reach her? Or can anybody reach her if she remains in this region? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, nobody can reach her. So let's pull her out even further. And we're going to start recruiting some troops. Starting with just a singular slinger, I think, and maybe a vigile, just to start the bolstering process, as we don't have a lot of money to throw around. We have a lot of legions, but they're all currently stuck. Speaking of stuck, there is a army that has broken through our front line and is causing me quite the heartache, or the headache. Distracting 2 of our local forces from actually doing anything significant. And the problem is we can't just let this thing go. While its army is extremely weak, and it's going to get weaker, they have the option to recruit mercenaries, and a mercenary force of just 2 more units would devastate the surrounding regions without military reinforcements. So what we're going to have to do is force march our armies where they're needed. And we cannot recruit another general without grabbing another random one. So what and they're bordering 2 regions, which makes it even more difficult. We could grab some more forces there. This army I'm a little bit more confident in. Let's go ahead, and the thing is they could also turn back and hit Edessa, and Edessa is in the same boat, which is just truly unfortunate for us. And these legions are going to be needed because there is the Champions of Fire, which pose a significant threat. And these armies are going to need to be together to actually deal with that. could also... Maine looks like it's moving to take Sestifan. The Warriors of the Fire of Fires. That's a horrible name. Might reinforce, and then we could have a pretty climactic battle for the capital there. Or what was the capital? We could pull this army over here to Hatra, and that would bolster the city defenses enough to where we could pull back and defend Edessa as well, and that would cover all 3 of our bases. I think we're going to have to do that, unfortunately. I don't want to, but I think we're going to have to. I wanted to push Sestifan, but it would be rather dangerous to do so. And these units aren't even in force march, so I'm sure these guys can make it. So we shall pull our main army over here, next to our queen.
As you request.
Meanwhile,
ready for battle.
For the people.
Ready for orders.
You have a lot of pikes. You have pikes.
Commander.
You'll be the best to move.
At your command.
Let's grab.
Commander.
Grab just a little bit more to hopefully stem the tide in case they recruit mercenaries. Destroy our bank even more. Force march to Samosata. That's going to give them poison. It is what it is. And you're going to march to Armasata. We're going to hopefully cut off his ability to move. And yeah, they can recruit. Yeah, look at these mercenaries. Jesus. Yeah, this is bad. The amount of mercenaries, I don't even know if our armies will be able to hold. I mean, they can get Syrian elephants thanks to this region here. And I don't think the AI is dumb enough not to do that. Hopefully they stay put, though. Yeah, you're fine to keep. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to pull back to Edessa.
We hunger for battle.
We could try and trigger an ambush, but an ambush with the amount of mercenaries they could recruit would actually be pretty devastating. So let's just hope for the best there. We have them cornered. If they don't invest any money in that army, we'll be able to flesh them out finally, or flush them out. Meanwhile, the east is about as pretty as it's gonna get. This army is primarily a garrison force, but against the tier level that the enemy is bringing, we should be okay. And then, of course, Hatra. The plagues of Hatra are still destroying the land. And we are out of cash for the most part. Let's make sure our political situation hasn't changed any. -10, -8. We have a 0% chance of civil war, and that's what we want to keep. Let's see. Bigotry, difficulty, xenophobe. Difficulty and xenophobe. So we're doing the best we can. We truly are. We could, Samasoto, you are a general. Let's grab morale for your troops. Melee skill for sword. And you're actually lacking on the authority, so we'll give him an aged retainer. Alright, that's all we can do. Let's end the turn. Cross our fingers and toes, everyone. And see what happens. I do hope to put out a new series this week, though. Just a heads up for the people that can't get enough of this channel. The new series will run like a regular series concurrently. I don't know if you watched Phoenix Point. I don't know if it's going to be Phoenix Point. The reception was rather low, and I do worry about that. Plus, I really am thinking about leaving a slot open until 2 new spy outbreaks, but leaving a new series slot open for Civilization 7, which is right around the corner. I'm very excited to get my hands on that. Very, very excited. Alright, so nothing. They've moved again. They're going to try and take our taxa. That is why we're not letting that army do nothing. And it seems the Sassanids are getting some of their own medicine, and they're suffering attrition in certain regions. Along with media, that's good. If we can destroy their spies... Oh, and the army didn't move. It did recruit some forces. We need to be careful. But it didn't move. That's perfect. Okay. The towers are going to be the only thing that really troubles us. Go ahead and merge our forces. Get rid of that.
Ready for battle.
Get rid of that too. And we might actually be able to make our way. Alright, so if you're gonna hit here,
Ready for battle.
they do have a 14 stack thanks to some mercenaries.
We are ready.
I'm becoming less worried about these armies here. Bactria is sending another force. I do think this eastern flank is going to become an issue soon enough. We can beat them tit for tat currently
I'm listening.
with our Vigiles and our Slingers. If we let them in, though, there, we won't be able to get around them. And I do want to be able to get around them. So, let's go grab some Vigiles from that region. Meanwhile, the agents have all kind of hidden and buggered off for the most part. Let's see, what can we do? Not much, really. And interacting with these agents is a death sentence. Let's go here and just redeploy him. Looks like they might be trying to target Gazaca, and if they want to do that, be my guest. We have a sizable army there. I'm concerned with the heroes among men, and that is all. So we will be targeting. Let's make sure no one can really get around our reinforcements there. It doesn't look that way. There's no units there that could hit Dura Europus. The Lightbringers managed to do nothing and stay put, which is great. Alright. Let's deal with this little army here.
Ready for order. We hunger for battle.
Who do we want to attack?
Your next command. You have further orders. Ready for
Who
battle.
do we want
Ready for
to
battle.
attack?
Commander, at your command.
We could recruit an extra soldier.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
I think we
Ready
might,
for battle.
just to make sure we seal the deal. Yeah,
Ready for orders. We hunger for battle.
let's...
Victory for Rome.
Okay, so they've broken...
At your command. Faster, damn you!
I want to make sure we seal the deal here. Okay, so they just recruited some decent cav,
Ready for battle.
which
Ready
we
for
have
battle.
pikes. Do we have the range to beat them?
Commander.
Yes.
Ready for order.
Finally. Let's slaughter this army once and for all and get back to the front line. Hello everybody and welcome to the battle of finally dealing with the small thorn in our garrison side, as we have cornered the forces here and drawn them into a open field battle against our, for the most part, fresh troops that are ready to deal with this threat and finally call it a day and do something a little more productive with their time. Our pipelines will hold extremely well against the enemy. We will devastate them as we have before, and the only real concern we have are wrapping up the cataphract mercenaries that have unfortunately been employed by the enemy and will soon meet their death. It's going to send our shock troops in there to seal the deal. and start bottling up these forces until our archers can relocate and target the prime unit. As we have already killed the general, he's dead somewhere around here. And our little garrison is actually making short work of, oh yeah, short work of these skirmishers that were trying to keep them at bay. And our Persian light infantry are working around the spearmen as well as they try to make a break for it and flee to the hills. Oh, this man has stood and is gonna fight. How interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody deal with him. Oh, he's broken. And he's dead. Now, these poor spearmen did not even stand a chance. And we are able to target, well, any horses that remain. We are getting some friendly fire in, but that's why they're mercenaries. We're gonna ignore how many mercenaries we just lost there. We're going to mop these forces up, but finally, the 3 armies that have been chasing this dead stack around can finally move and do something a bit more productive with their day as they flee to the hills. Finally, that thorn has been dealt with in a lovely fashion. Ooh, and a grand of freedom, why not?
Waiting for orders.
Now, with that done, finally, and he gained a rank for it. Good. With that done, we've now freed up our back line. Alright. So what do we want to do with this new freedom? Our south is okay. They've compiled a lot of their forces here, which is worrisome, as it's going to be harder to deal with this open terrain battlefield. We've garrisoned the 2 major cities in the region. One defense is going to go a lot easier than the other, I believe, unless they are pushed to the brink. They're going to try and infiltrate our back lines soon enough. Alright. Let's take a gander. So, are any of you proper generals yet?
We hunger for battle.
It does not appear so. Babakis here is the only one that is a decent commander, or a tier 2 commander. Doesn't seem too bad. But he does distrust outsiders. But he's pretty good off the bat. But the same goes for Fastus here. He just didn't level up. He likes Easterners. That would be a issue, though. He's a bit foul-mouthed. Who out of our garrison forces here deserve the title of general? Oh, wow. Sheesh. Thin-skulled. I see. Oh, okay. So he's not the best due to his bloodline, but he does have quite a lot of public order. But we're not using bread and games anywhere.
At your command.
I guess we're gonna give it to... We're gonna give it to Bibliscus here.
We hunger for battle.
So for your level up, I think that means we're going to just give you Lawkeeper.
Ready for orders.
All these armies are gonna have
March. We hunger for battle. On the move.
public order problems.
Ready for orders.
This army doesn't actually.
At your command. Make haste, men.
I'd rather link them up though.
Commander. At your command.
Disband our forces. Alright, so you've got a sizable amount of pikes, decent cav. Those mercenary archers are costing a pretty penny. We're gonna get rid of them. Really, any mercenaries are gonna be too expensive considering this army is nowhere near the front line anymore. And you're gonna make your way, I think actually you're gonna make your way south. And that is a whole new legion almost, or at least a defensive one at that. Let's keep it the way it is for now. A 15 stack can handle this in a defensive battle. Perfect. And these two legions are freed as well. You're not able to hit us. You're able to get around us, targeting you. How can they get there? I guess through the city. Oh well. God, Zenobia is, her army is ruined.
As you request.
Which is just not good.
Ready for battle.
5 archers, 5 pikes, 4 spears, 3 cav. You need 2 more of something, and what is that something? 5 pikes, I think we're all right. It's gonna be cav or spears, and I think we're gonna go with cav. They scare horses. The camels are better in active combat, it looks like, other than the deterioration in armor. And morale's lower, of course. They're not fielding much cav. The median forces are, but we're not actually in open combat with them, so... We'll grab 2 legionary cavalry, finally. And if you're going to be a true army, I need to be thinking of a true name.
Ready for battle.
We are ready.
The Guardians of Hatra still remain. What do we have?
At your command.
Legion of Alat. Let's see. They've not done anything just yet, so I guess we're gonna have to hold or have to wait. See if they make a name for themselves.
For the people.
I am listening.
Speak.
Meanwhile, this force here. Alright, we don't have enough. At least we can level up the archer side, yes. Alright, our defenses shall stand, hopefully. We have 2 large garrison armies there. Our taxa is building up its own, and it's going to be reinforced by the warriors of Valthubus, or Valbathus. Man, I'm butchering that. The west is silent for now. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be silent for much longer.
You are welcome.
Okay.
There could be more joy in this arrangement for Rome.
How interesting that they took that. The last time they took it, they declared peace immediately. I'm worried they're not gonna do that again, though. Galatia. Galatia is a issue. Oh, Himyar. How have the Himyar what did they do to where did they get Bam from? Himyar. You dirty dogs. What is this? Well, best of luck to you. That is hilarious, and I hope our allies have continued success, as I really don't want to push forever east. What is our Latium, Panoi, Galay, Parthia, Africa? Yeah, so just the main key provinces, that's fine. Alright, let's end the turn and hope things start to turn our way. Hope being a key word there, everybody. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna let this turn end before I say anything. Parthia is grouping, or the Sassanids are grouping their armies here, and that's dangerous. I'm not a fan of that. Inspired in desert. Ooh. You could get another grand. How are we doing with public order, I wonder? For 4 turns. I think we're doing okay on public order, honestly, so let's just take the money. Garmians have gone War to Numidia. They won't last long, I don't think. And our patrician here leveled up. Oh yeah, continue getting that extra diplomacy boost. So they are definitely losing. Ctesiphon, man, so tantalizingly open. The Sassanids are about to reclaim Astral, the port here. Sakistan did beat. Alright, Himyar is losing that region. That's fine. Maine does look like it's going for Ctesiphon, though. I believe... yeah, they have a shot at it. This legion is finally replenishing. And a little trick I learned. What is going to be the cheapest unit to recruit? The archers? It's definitely looking that way. Yeah. Oh, these are Egyptian archers. These are Persian archers. And they're also gold chevroned. Well, we need to do it anyways. Camel spearmen? Are they cheap? Oh, they're cheap. Camel spearmen are pretty cheap. 230 though. The Lancer Cav are cheaper. We're gonna merge that unit and then recruit, and it's gonna actually boost up our replenishment rates. I've learned that from the YouTuber Summary, from watching his older videos. Pretty unique. Don't know why it happens, but it does. Okay, so they've done what I thought they would do. I think we need to spend the rest of our money on making sure they cannot get any reinforcements when it comes to mercenaries. You're gonna move right here.
Is that all?
Okay.
At your command.
How can I be of assistance?
I don't see anybody here.
How may I serve? What do you wish of me? On the road again.
Okay, so that army is still there. Good. Seems they've somewhat fixed their food issue.
I'm with you. I am Rome's
What is that gonna do? Small military actions. It's gonna hurt their public order, I guess.
for Rome and glory.
Might be able to move in and do something there. We are missing a larger Sassanid army somewhere.
What do you wish of me?
And these forces are replenishing, so we need to be careful. And I think they're poised to strike soon.
Ready for battle.
Let's go ahead and do what I wanted to do. Spend all our money. Do we need to buy that? Probably not. They'd have 2 Eastern Cataphract.
People. Speak. I'm listening.
Eastern Cataphracts are too expensive though. That we'll have to do along with the city garrison, which is armored actually, so that's gonna be a full stack. Good. It doesn't actually look as dangerously desperate as I was expecting.
I am listening.
At your command.
Meanwhile, our forces here are looking rather fit and ready for combat. The question is, what do we want to do with them? They can no longer move to hit Hatra.
Ready for orders.
Hatra is still suffering the plague, but we'll have to deal with that another day.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, this army is primed and ready to go. If anything, I'd honestly think Nabatea are moving forces to the east.
At your command.
I'm honestly thinking of sending it to chase that army here and cut through this way towards Ibaktan. I'm fairly confident unless there's a hidden army somewhere. Alright, they're deploying some elephants and some high-tier cav in that force. We need to be careful.
Commander.
Let's... Media cannot hit us. Anything on the map currently is unable to hit us except that one army.
We hunger for battle. Make haste, men.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained,
At
boys.
your command.
At least he's a commander already, a tier 4. It's Septimus Zabdus. He's been here from the beginning.
As you request.
What benefits are you giving? 30 unit, 8 cunning, woundy. Okay. Movement speed, morale, siege holdout time, training.
Commander.
That army doesn't really need it.
I fight for the people.
She's gonna be out of battle for a while, I think. So truth be told, it might be good to merge him over here.
Get that shield up. We
Yeah.
hunger for battle.
That way the agent here is gonna be able to help out a little more.
Ready for battle.
For the people.
You're supposed to be our garrison force. I think we'll hold off and we'll try to upgrade these forces where we can. Give them some higher combat stats. We might stop there because we can use the 15 somewhere else. Potentially. Hold on, now that I think about it. Alright. Not too shabby. We are playing such a delicate balance. And I hate it. I do hate it. Alright, Mori are doing something and Numidia are doing something. Kind of worried.
We hunger for battle.
We have a decent little army though. Definitely not something I expected out of the Libyan province, but we definitely have a decent little force. Are there any... The Blemmy are moving. They're all... Mori's suffering attrition. Nothing of note anywhere else. So I think we might be okay to maybe invest in a city that could be useful. I'm almost tempted, actually, to invest in Syria and give us that to hopefully... Oh god, Galatia, I'm so worried they're gonna throw it back on us.
Welcome, but expect scant pleasant.
Yeah, I'm real worried. Very worried indeed.
I am listening.
We do have the ability to recruit how many more armies? 2 more armies. We have a free general. I think for now we're just going to get one more intern in there and hope.
I do not hold with the overlong talk, preferring the axe's edge as an argument. So listen and then agree.
I do enjoy the Alani. And they seem to maybe be winning against the Gothi. And if they would like to encase our northern border in friendly territory, I would not mind that one little bit. We've made it past Galatia's turn. Good. That's another turn down. Local bands have offered to intimidate. Yeah, sure. Hope that's the right choice. I can't remember. Yep, they're still... Alright, they're done taking attrition. Perfect. Where did that army go? Okay, they've fortified outside of Artaxa.
Skills are yours.
We need to...
On the road again.
keep a close eye on these regions here.
No plan.
My skills are
I will do anything for Rome.
We've lost eyes on most of these armies. Media has re-garrisoned.
Wrecking.
Looks like Gerha might be willing to attack. Yeah, Gerha. They are poised to attack, and I truly hope they do. Nabatea might help garrison our forces there.
Commander.
Looks like we might be able to crush that Sassanid force with ease.
Ready for orders.
And this army
We hunger for battle. March until your feet bleed. Then march some more.
can easily make it there.
Advance. You have further orders?
The question is, do we?
Speak. I'm listening.
They're fortified. All that's left is the cav. And if they hit this army, I'm actually even more confident in this force. Even at half health, with some walls defending us,
Ready
and
for
some
orders.
pikes, maybe with a couple noble sacrifices, we should be able to hold out. Yeah, that looks to be the best case. Galatia's sitting pretty right now. Alright, so
Ready for battle.
she's about halfway done.
We are ready.
The queen is ready.
The queen. There is a new Median army there. Hatra is no longer suffering an outbreak.
I am listening. Advance! Get those stakes up!
Speak.
Let's actually get the queen healed up first. Let's grab 2 more Persian archers.
We hunger for battle.
We could totally push this army, and I think we're going to
March. Get the stakes up.
give chase.
How may I say?
Alright, she's gonna take over the defense of Hatra. That is her job once Zenobia is back up to full strength. We're cutting this army off. Numidia, do they have anything on us? Not currently. And our dear allies are doing everything they can to make headway over here. They've not broken. This is dangerous. The Bactria is a horde of a nation in the very far back there.
Before you say anything,
And the Sassanids have managed to reclaim a chunk of their land. Media is on the way out, though, thankfully.
my master extends the most magnificent welcome to you and your honorable people. What wisdom do you have?
Man, they're so close.
I am sure your words carry a cargo of honest intent, but they hold no value for my people.
Would you be willing to join the war against Media? Oh, come on.
I am sure your words carry a cargo of honest intent, but they hold no value for my people.
They're so weak. We can give you 100 gold. Alright.
I have listened long.
We are defensive allies with most of these forces.
Please accept as a most humble audience from...
Welcome, friend. Welcome. You speak. Greetings,
What's
most
up,
excellent friend. Be at home and speak as you would before your own heart fires.
We could probably get them to go to war. Ooh, maybe not. Well, fine, then we'll take all that. We'll take their money.
I propose, or rather ask for,
Or they don't want anything to do
Your
with us,
cannon
actually.
would shame a Cappadocian grandmother haggling over dates. And
Alright.
no, I do not.
We don't really need more friends.
Welcome, friend.
Unless they're willing to do something for us, so... The Alani do appear to be winning, actually.
Welcome,
But they don't want anything to do with us, necessarily. I love that the Roman Pretender faction is still fighting Gallic Rome, and that, what's his name? Aurelius has just been... He was just kicked to the wayside, which is hilarious, but... Alright. With that said, everybody, I do think I'm going to call the video here and end the turn, because that's the only way to make a save in Rome 2 Legendary and see what happens. Alright, nothing good. Nothing good. Alright. They've moved deeper into the forest. Nabatea, I guess, is going after them. And perfect. Oh, and our heir has come of age. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. 19%. They're both at risk of breaking off. Uh-oh. That is pretty bad. Alright, so that, though, is going to be a battle for another day. We have a civil war looming. 20% chance is a little too high for me, folks. So we're going to have to deal with that, thanks to the intimidating opposition. I guess it's refuse. That'll be the next time. We'll have to learn our lessons. But we're not out of the thick of it yet. We still have quite the war to uphold, but fingers crossed we are making headway. If you enjoyed today's episode and today's battles, like and subscribe as always. And I've been your host, Saltyy, and my co-host, Winston. And we will catch you in the next episode. But until then, peace out, everybody.